Okay, I got a real interesting live stream coming up for you on Sunday, August 25th at 1 p.m. Eastern, and that'll be 12 p.m. Central Time. But I got a question for you first. What does Dr. Phil and First Amendment auditing have in common? And the answer is almost nothing up until a couple of days ago when the two worlds collided, when Dr. Phil McGraw invited one of our own onto his show. That would be Josh from Accountability for All. Now, Dr. Phil is this authoritative, Southern accented TV star who holds a doctorate in clinical psychology, even though he's not a licensed therapist. I'm going to show you a real quick clip of Dr. Phil right here. This is where Dr. Phil was going to interview this creator of a channel back in the early 2000s called Bum Fights. The guy sitting in the chair right here is, I think it's a pseudonym. It's Ty Beeson. But what's interesting is that Ty Beeson was producing what some would consider exploitative content, where he would go around and he would get bums to fight each other. He'd get, he'd give them $5. Hey, why don't you guys get into a fight? We're going to record it and we're going to sell a bunch of videos. He has them do gross things like, here, I'll give you $20 if you eat a live frog or whatever. I'm going to play some of this because I'm pretty sure that if I play too long of a clip, it's going to be copyrighted. But I just wanted to kind of give you the backdrop of some of this.
I'm turning these people into something special. I'm motivating them, inspiring them. I believe our customers are...
Now, that's his claim. He's motivating and inspiring bums to create content for his channel so that he can make money off of it. So basically, he's exploiting people in vulnerable states in their lives, which sounds like what some people accuse Dr. Phil of doing.
Infatuated with watching our videos because there's a lot of people that are addicted to violence. They want to see homeless people doing crazy things. It's something that this world needs.
And this is the guy, this is Ty Beeson. And so Dr. Phil one day invited Ty Beeson onto his, by the way, these are clips that Dr. Phil is playing in his studio. And then Dr. Phil has this reaction where it's like, oh, this Ty Beeson guy, this is what he's all about. We're not going to have him on our show. So this is Dr. Phil's reaction in studio after he plays the clip of the creator of Bum Fights. Actually, he's not the creator. He's the guy who invested in the Bum Fights brand.
Not surprised at my success. It's a sick world.
Stop the tape. Stop the tape. I don't want to talk to you.
Why not?
That's despicable. I don't want to talk to you. You can go.
So Dr. Phil right here, some say, he's feigning a righteous posture against this guy, saying basically you're exploiting these poor people at vulnerable states of their lives. And an argument could rightly be made that Dr. Phil does that. I mean, his sensational programming has been going on for the better part of 2 decades. And he's focused on everything from delinquent offspring to rampant substance abuse to extramarital affairs to extremely troubled young people. And many claim that Dr. Phil has exploited them. So this is this guy's objection. Now, the interesting thing is a lot of people say that, and Josh testifies to this. I don't think I'm giving away anything on the interview that's coming up Sunday. By the way, we're going to get behind the scenes intel on what actually goes on the Dr. Phil set when nobody's looking, because I guess they have tight security. They grab your cell phone or any kind of recording device before you go into the rooms in the back for makeup, all the way down to crowds being controlled. Here, applaud here, say boo here. Apparently Dr. Phil has some kind of mic in his ear and some kind of wrist communicator where he actually tells the engineers or the producers, hey, make sure they boo at this. So everything is tightly controlled on the Dr. Phil set. So this guy apparently made it through makeup, through security, and somehow made it onto the set dressed like Dr. Phil. And that's what a lot of people said Dr. Phil had a problem with, and that's why he stopped the broadcast.
If you think I exploit people, every time you bring a guest on this show, you exploit them and spread whatever problems they have to the whole world.
And a lot of people agree with that. I mean, look at this guy's head. He literally shaved his head, or this is some kind of cap that he's wearing to completely mock Dr. Phil. And what I think Dr. Phil should have done was rolled with it and said, man, this is hilarious. We're in America. Isn't America great? We're in the land of the free, home of the brave, and you're coming out here to spoof me and mock me. I think we can have a decent conversation. I believe that you're exploiting bums on the street at their lowest point in their life, giving them a pittance of money so that you can make mountains of cash producing content for your channel. You think that I'm doing the same thing? This is going to be an interesting conversation, but Dr. Phil's not going to have any of it because he has such a fragile ego. He's so sensitive. He's so insecure that he can't stand somebody exercising their freedom of speech and doing this. In my opinion.
You think that's helping him?
Yeah, keep telling yourself that. You can go.
What a hilarious.
You know what?
So hilarious, man. On the other side of it, I also kind of think that this is all scripted. If they run such a tight ship over there on the Dr. Phil show and it's been successful for so long and has garnered the attention of so many people, I don't see how this guy would have made it out without them letting him come out of the dressing room looking like this.
Who do you think you are, huh?
Bye.
Hey, bud, come on.
Huh?
Come on.
No, I'm not finished talking to you.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
Come on.
Yeah, you are.
Come on, let's go.
You got to admit, this is freaking hilarious. This is daytime television. This is for clicks and views and for ad revenue. And I don't put him past him for 1 second to have done this on purpose.
Sorry, but I just watched that footage, and that is absolutely despicable.
Okay, now he says it's absolutely despicable, but then listen to what else he hypocritically says, because if it was that absolutely despicable, how do we know about it, and how did he let this portion of it air on the Dr. Phil show, on his own show, which I've heard he has total control over?
And I refuse to publicize that. I'm just not going to do it.
If he refused to publicize it, how do we know about it? Because he publicized it. And why did he publicize that which he says is disgusting and despicable? Because it's going to get clicks and views. Dr. Phil pretends to care about what is disgusting and despicable, and he pretends to want to keep this from his audience, and that's why he stopped the show. And yet he lets this go out because he knows it's going to get a lot of eyeballs, a lot of attention, and therefore rack up a whole bunch of ad revenue. That right there makes me question, that alone makes me question Dr. Phil's own character. And this is who Josh is up against. This is who he's up against. So I wouldn't put it past Dr. Phil, and we're going to learn this directly from Josh's own account. And we're going to find out, hey, what kind of experience did you have on the Dr. Phil show set? What was happening behind the scenes? What was it they made you do? What did the audience signs say? What were they causing the audience to do? Was it rigged? How did they fill those seats in the audience? We're going to learn all these, and it's very, very interesting. On the psychological plane, this whole thing is interesting. And I think the name of the show is going to be Activist or Antagonist? That's a good question. It's a great lead question. The question is the examiner, is the questioner, Dr. Phil McGraw, is he going to be above board and honest about everything, or is this going to be an attempt at a gotcha on Josh for accountability for all?
He clearly could not have a serious dialogue about this ridiculous topic. I think what I saw on these screens is absolutely despicable. I think it's deplorable, and I think it is an insult to my intelligence and those of my views.
Despicable, deplorable, and an insult to intelligence to do what Dr. Phil says is exploitative to people at the lowest points in their lives. So we're going to be talking to Josh, and again, that is going to be on Sunday on this channel. The live stream will start Sunday, August 25th at 1 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Central Time. Let me just double check. Sunday the 25th, 1 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Central. And I will put up a reminder on my community tab so that you don't miss it, because I'm telling you, this is going to be very interesting. It'd be interesting if somehow through all this, auditing got popularized and people's sensitivity to what it actually takes to gain freedom in America. Leave your thoughts about this for the world, the global thought police in the comment section below. I'll leave the link to Accountability for All in the description and in the pinned comment. If the pinned comment disappears, as it almost always does, just refer to the description. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to this channel and also subscribe to my brand new channel where I expose the left versus right paradigm lie. It's called The Disturbing Illusion. Watch a couple of the videos on here. I'm going to upload a couple of brand new videos in the next couple of days. You're going to want to see I'm exposing the DNC convention. I already exposed the RNC convention, and we're going to tell everything. We're going to blow the whistle on the psychopathic, parasitic, political clowns under the dog and pony show big top. I will see you guys. Don't forget to leave a comment, don't forget to leave a like, and don't forget to share this video, and don't forget to join us on August 25th at 1 p.m. Eastern and 12 p.m. Central with Josh from Accountability for All. I'll see you in the next video.